Good morning. I'm in a cabin somewhere. It's very cozy, I'm very content, and I'm wearing a sweater that I'm not entirely sure how I feel about, because the rest of my sweaters are in a safe house very far away. I would be even more content if I could go back to sleep, but today is Sunday, and I did make a point of ending my last video with saying, you guys can count on a video next Sunday, and that is today. So until the filming and the editing is done, I will get no sleep. So come with me as I explore the new property, obliterate the natural landscape, and sound the horn of war. And I promise you all of those things will make sense in the next 20 minutes. Let's get right into it. Good morning. I got in late last night and stayed the night with my friend Daniel. And today, I'm just about to go check out the property for the very first time. And I have no idea what I'm getting into. And it's just very exciting time. Finally get to get a glimpse of where my home is going to be, which is kind of insane. So yeah, that's what we're doing today. Stay tuned. Here we are. The place. My realm. Whew. And we are home. Huh. Well, beyond being just absolutely beautiful, there's really not all that much to see. Unfortunately, it's pretty tucked in here. Everything is quite overgrown. I mean, like really extremely overgrown. Like you can hardly walk around here without having to step over all the foliage and greenery. But it's all small stuff, which would be pretty easy to take out. I am absolutely loving how many aspens we have here. Most of them are pretty young, which is kind of strange. We have hardly any big ones at all. That does mean they will be easier to take out when we get to clearing, which I will very soon. One interesting thing I'm noticing as I go along is that there doesn't seem to be hardly any open space just forever. And then randomly, you'll have big spots like this that just have absolutely nothing in them for seemingly no reason. Kind of makes it a tempting spot to build on, but I really want to be in that back corner because of the views. Let's go take a look. Whew. Utter insanity, but we'll have it cleared out soon enough. I couldn't get any closer to the front going back through the actual property itself, but there's a lot more of it that way. If I can't use this road right here, because I don't believe this spot actually belongs to me, well, I mean, this stretch of dirt to get in and out, it's going to be a pretty long haul putting something in that, from there to there. Another great plus of this place is the views. And I mean, they don't look as grand as they do from my perspective, but really, it's absolutely insane out here. Could not have asked for a better spot. If you haven't noticed already, which I'm sure you probably have, this piece of land has a common theme. Absolute, untamed wilderness. There's absolutely zero development on this land whatsoever. Conversely to my parents, I'm actually not too huge of a real estate buff, but I think I'll appreciate this place more once I get to work. Very fortunately, the common theme of my property of being completely overrun by every wild growing thing that exists in this state, the one spot where I wanted to build my cabin doesn't seem to have much of that going on. It's relatively open out there, and I don't think it'll take much clearing at all. And I think I'm going to appreciate this place a lot more when there's room to walk. So that's what we're going to do.
There is a joy in working on big projects alone. It makes it feel like you earned it more when it gets done. But if there are hands willing to do labor unpaid, it's basically a crime not to use them. So I grabbed my good friend Daniel and we headed out to the property with one simple goal. Basically turn the forest into a parking lot.
Thanks for the input, sir.
That way.
Oh, our phone's upside down.
I was just pointing that way. It is a very nice shot. Oh, there are. I think I can see him. Get her done, sir. Please do. Oh, beautiful. And now, I can edit that to make it look like you did it on your first try.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna pretend that I'm not gonna put this back on and be like, whoa, look at that, because I can't do that authentically. But look at this. Right on the edge of our bison farm, we have a horn just sitting in the woods. This is gonna be an heirloom piece of memorabilia. I'm so pumped about this.
Here we have the mighty man cutting the tree. Don't let it beat you, Daniel. I'm not leaving until it goes all the way down to the bottom.
Been here 16 hours.
It'll be worth it eventually. I'm paying him $3.08 a day for this.
Oh, it was 4.
No, I lied. Sorry. I straight up lied.
Quitting.
We went out there a couple of nights to partake in the toil, and all in all, we made some pretty good progress. But soon enough, Daniel had some of his own stuff to attend to, and I was left once again on my own. And since I hadn't set up my new chainsaw yet, I did a lot of the work with machete.
Well, I've been here a few hours and I think I made some pretty decent progress. So I think I'm going to call it for now, and I will come back either later tonight or early tomorrow morning. So I am back at the property a second day. I've been putting a lot of work into the back of the property, but I think my work would be better spent up here, because unfortunately the road right there that leads to the back of the property isn't mine. It's right on the edge of the property line, and it's pretty infuriating actually. And I had a very long, unproductive conversation with the guy who owns it, and in a very, very roundabout way, he said, no, I can't use it, because apparently people drive in sometimes, so he's going to chain it off for that reason. But I will be salty about that some other time. So what we're doing here is I have to cut giant from here to there, just about, all the way to the back of the property, which is 650 feet that way. And I think it'll probably take me a week if I do about 90 something feet a day. So I'm going to get right to work on that, because if I don't, because I can't get any actual material in here until that's done. So let's get to work. Very first cut. We have begun. Well, this is the day's pile, and over there is the day's other pile. We've gotten quite a bit of work done today. And all the way down there is where we will start tomorrow. And that is exactly the 85 feet of my quota that I needed to hit today. So I think it's time to head home and get a drink.
I did not get back to it the next day. After clearing out a bunch of the back and the front of the property, almost exclusively by hand with a machete and cutting down some 200 trees or so, my right arm was pretty much destroyed. But there was one thing that I had been thinking about for a long while that needed to be done, and fortunately it didn't take very much swinging. So that's what I did.
Good morning. I am back. I've done quite a bit of clearing over in that direction, but it should eventually be coming through here pretty soon. Like, I'm about probably 50 feet away from the end of the work that's going on over there, but I want to get my tent up. Like, I need to get my tent up because as of today, I actually cannot stand having all this crap in my car anymore, so I have to get it out. So this seems like the absolute perfect spot. So as for now, I'm going to be clearing this out and making some room. Stay tuned. Let's get to work. Took me a second, but it's up. Wait, well, we're getting there. I think I'll actually get the sides up and then continue this process. Sweet, mostly mosquito-less silence. That one. I didn't get him. Well, the floor is uneven, and a lot of the places goes from being completely taut to a little slack in this corner. Things are a little crooked, but this place is more a storage spot than anything else. So I am more than happy with it, and it's a place to sleep. So it's got carpet and a wall, so it's exactly what I need. Well, we have it up, and now to use it for its intended purpose. Today is the day that I redeem the filth wagon and turn it back into the wagon, I guess. Time to move in. Well, here I am. Basically everything has been moved in. I'm surrounded by things on all sides, and the filth wagon is freed once more, albeit very, very dusty.
So, got this part of the process done, but now I have things to do in Fairbanks. So, I think I'll get right to that after a little nap.
Just kidding. You're out of your mind if you think I've ever slept. I do not sleep. Waste of time.
Good morning. I'm back from Fairbanks, but I didn't film any of it because the idea of going into a store and filming myself talking about the food that I'm buying is utterly nauseating. But I have the food that I bought anyway. And this is one of the bigger parts of this lifestyle that I've been really excited to get into. It's the food. Because the food, you only need one real good meal a day. And this is it.
We got cheese, we got more cheese, we got butter, we got jam, we got bacon. Think there's something below the bacon. There's nothing below the bacon. But that is most everything you need. And I've got more bread in there. I've got 2 whole loaves.
So what we're gonna do now is break in the campsite and have a nice, lovely camp breakfast.
I think we're gonna stick kind of simple on this one and go with just some eggs, piece of toast or 2, and a couple pieces of bacon because I really don't have all the space required to make a big breakfast like this. It's almost time for the flip. Oh, that wasn't even an attempt. There we go. That's a flip. Those are beautiful eggs. Well, breakfast isn't exactly as cozy as I thought it would be, or hoped, because I don't really have everything set up for a big breakfast like this yet, but it's exactly what I needed.
Looks like the bacon's done. Absolutely scrumptious.
Well, that's just about all there is for this episode, but before I go, I got one more cool thing to show you. While I've been clearing out the property, I've also been working on our horn from earlier. I've spent some time cleaning it up, getting it all shiny, and I put a hole in the end. So, with the addition of a simple reed, it becomes a war horn. Now, with my war horn, I officially christen this land as my own. That is going to be all for this episode. Thank you all so much for watching, and in the next episode, we're going to be clearing out this land more and hopefully getting started on building. Thanks again for being here, and until next time, toil for your food. You guys have a good day.